Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Mind of a Young Entrepreneur. Today is November 12th, and just want to sum up here because this journey that I've been on, this new chapter uh, of me going on my own, has been a bit of a roller coaster, if I can say so. Because in the beginning, the first 2 to 3 months, like it was just I was living on a pink on a pink cloud. Like I was like getting this hype. Like I was reading books, like all this new information from the .com secrets, the expert secrets, and the courses that I bought. And I was just like building this idea, and that was good. Like I was like what my frequency, or like my drive, it was up here, and like I was just happy, and I was building my business, and I had new epiphanies every single day. And then when I didn't see the results, like when I went out to market and I didn't see the results that like I'd built up in my mind, then this like became to go down a bit, and then like all this resistance, like why doesn't this work? Then I feel like I started to numb myself a bit whenever I met resistance. And then I've like been laying a bit on the baseline and not been like really like not having the drive, not having this thing, and constantly beating myself up because this didn't work. So I was down below baseline. But I feel like now it's been going up, and I'm getting this new view on things, and I'm cutting everything out that's like with dopamine, and like I feel great now. And I like right now it's just this nagging thought, like I need to fix this right now. Before it was more like shame and like uh what can I say, like this, oh damn, I will never succeed or something like that. Not quite that, but like I had doubts in myself. But now this nagging thought of like why can't I figure this out, is now giving me the boost, like I need to figure this out. And I think one of the reasons was like um, the thing that I've been avoiding the most is one of the biggest thing that will move me the furthest right now, and that thing has always been uh, outreach. Because in the beginning, I did content and built this whole thing, did my research and all that, and then I put out the content, and of course, it's not gonna get all the views and all these things and impressions in the beginning. And then I had this thought, and I might as well do outreach, but I didn't. And now it's just become I need to do outreach, but again I'm second guessing, because like I also need to dig this well of content and social media, because that is what will take me the furthest when I get traction. So right now I'm just in this balance of how do I like keep the volume of content, because right now I'm posting Instagram reels every single day, so 7 days a week, and I want to keep that volume, because I like that's one of the lessons that I've learned, like volume beats everything and consistency beats everything. So I will keep continuing doing that. And back in the day, or a few months ago, I was uploading YouTube videos every single day. So I have had a ton of learnings right now. So basically what I felt like, it's this thing of uninformed optimism, uninformed pessimism, informed pessimism, and then informed optimism. So it goes like this: you don't know what you're going into, you realize it's harder than you think, and then you go into this, I can't remember what it's called, valley of deprivation or valley of despair, like where you're really deep down, where you really have to dig yourself up. And now I feel like I'm more informed, and I've got a lot of lessons in this thing. And now we are starting to like rise again. And first I heard about this. It was from Alexa Mosi. Like I didn't really like think of it. Didn't really like think it was real, but it's just I've just realized that it's totally real. Even though like you know things about it, it's still this thing. Like I feel like, all right, I'm gonna nail this, but again, I'm starting to take information, but that's not the thing. It's when you take action and you go into the market and seeing what the market wants and the results the feedback they're giving you back, because the market is always telling the truth. So me getting informed, researching on my new opportunity and my market, going up here, and then we're going to market, and then it just started to decline and decline, and then we live here below baseline. If this is baseline, like we're going up, down, live here for a while, and then now it's starting to go up again. So the thing that I realized again is that I need to do more outreach. Like that is the thing that I need to do in the beginning in order to get my name out, because this content is just digging my well before I'm thirsty. And once like I started now, so all these failures I can get to like remove them in my content, and then it becomes better and better and better. And that's just the thing it is when I'm starting early. But now we need to do outreach, and that is like I've always had this. I don't know where it came from, but limiting belief or fear or something like that, something that just making me procrastinate that. And there's nothing to fear about, because in reality I just have to give more than I take, and that's it with everything. So I don't have to expect anything back. And that's a video I saw with Myron Golden where he talked about procrastination. If you have expectations and all these things that you're like, that you have expectations for yourself, a result that you must achieve, that's when you're going to procrastinate, because the fear of you not achieving that is just making it, you like move it out and say mañana, mañana. But when you don't have any expectations and you're just out there to give value instead of receiving anything back, that is what will help. That is what will take the pressure off and will stop procrastinating. And again, every time I've done something that I felt uncomfortable with, whether it's posting reels on Instagram, whether it's posting content on YouTube, whether it's working with a client, whether it's doing anything, like I've always felt better on the other side. Like it's like a dopamine rush that just like fills you with adrenaline and euphoria and all that stuff. Like it's the best feeling ever, and keeping my promises. So the bottleneck now is like, again, what I said, I need to keep this amount of volume. So before I did YouTube videos every single day. Now I want to switch things up and make YouTube videos more like give them higher quality to the YouTube videos, but without it taking too much time. So higher quality videos, which means like from the warm-up that I've created, is that on Wednesdays, which is today, and probably also Thursday, like I'll be filming it and I will be editing it. Now the thing is, on Mondays, that's where I'm scripting reels, and that's where I'm editing reels. So that's a real day. So what I'm thinking here is that like that's already 3 days of the week. And yesterday I didn't do outreach because like I had to finish up these reels. So I had like reels for every single day of the week. So what I'm going to do instead is that on Saturdays, where I'm normally going to work on my business, that's where I'll do another day of outbound, so outreach. But the thing is, if I can shorten like the amount of time that I use on content and still make it high quality and high volume, that would be the best scenario. But that's why like I read a chapter in the Traffic Secrets book. It's called Conversation Domination. And Russell, he talked about how instead of like what he did first was that he uploaded only on one channel and then tried to copy it over to other channels. But that doesn't work because like there's different language and different formats for each. Then he said what he did instead was that he created content specifically for one platform, then the other platform, and then the next platform, to like create half the language. But what that is, like, it's just taking way too much time from him. It works, but it takes way too much time. So what he did instead is that he said, on this day, we are doing everything at once. We're live streaming it, and then we have a lot of content for the team to clip out and edit. And that's basically also what Alex Emoji is doing right now. So it's funny, like a book from 2019, 2020 talked about this, and that's what the big guys are doing right now, a new thing that they're doing right now. So I want to do that probably because, again, there's a few cons with this, or pros. The pros is like I can make content in only one day, probably two, because I have to clip it and edit it the other days, or the second day, so that's 2 days of content for everything. And the other pro is that time and all this scripting and thinking out the other thing. Now the also another pro is that I will, if I live stream, I will get practice whenever I'm going to build a webinar or stuff like that. Like I get practicing. I'm practicing going live, and that's again getting all the failures out of the way as fast as possible. So that's a few cons or pros there. The cons is that it might be a bit messy, and we might not have the greatest content, and we might not be able to, like, now that I am new, like the quality won't be as good because I'm learning on live streams. So, and that's where I'm thinking, like, the volume, I don't think I have enough enough meat, and I can talk clearly enough that I can clip out 7 reels and 7 short form videos. So that's mainly my concern. But what I will do today is that I will prep this. Like, I will not. The thing is, I'm not scripting my YouTube videos. I won't do that because that's taking way too much time, and I would rather focus it. Like, the goal here is how much I need. The goal here is I need content and I need volume of it. But the shorter period of time I can spend on content, the better, because then I can do outreach, and that's where I need to put my focus. So that's why this conversation domination would be a good thing. But the thing is, like, I don't know if it's clear enough, it's a good quality, and if there will be clips enough for 7 days. So what I will do today is that I will just like come up with probably 2 YouTube ideas, and then write down the hooks and the other things, like the concepts of them, and then I will go live and then film the YouTube video and then clip it afterwards. And then I'll get a feeling of when I'm clipping it, like, can I turn this into short form content, or will it just be YouTube videos? Because already there's 2 videos right there. And I think, like, as long as the big idea, the concept of the video, and the, what's it called? Like, the hook is also great. I think that would be the best, because you see, I can spend so much time on scripting out everything for my content, and that will just take away way too much time from me doing, like, actually writing VSLs, which is my service that I do for people, and will take way too much time off me doing outreach. So when it comes to content, I would rather focus on volume, and when I do like a crazy amount of volume, then my videos will all of a sudden become better, because like the more I practice, the more they become better. Then I can just speak freely as I'm doing right now. And the reason why I can do it right now is just like I'm sharing my thoughts here. But if I have to like articulate and explain a topic that is important, there needs to be some thought process of it. But again, I will suck in the beginning. This is a new thing. And again, one thing that I need to focus on is not just like micromanaging everything and try to improve everything at the same time, because we need to like let the market tell us what it wants, instead of just trying to improve things and we don't really have any like evidence of it. But this thing would really help me cut off some time from my plate. So that would basically just be 1 day of content and 1 day of like clipping it. And that's just only 2 days, whereas right now I have 3 days. Probably it can only, like it will probably only take 1 day, like me just preparing, me filming it, and me clipping it at the end. Probably 1.5 days. Whereas right now I'm scripting short form videos. Like I need to script 7 short form videos. I need to film them on the same day. I need to edit them also on the same day. And then I need to create an idea for a YouTube video, and then I need to film it, and then I need to edit it. Whereas if I can only, like if I could have two or three YouTube topics, go live, clip that afterwards, turn it into short form as well. Like that's day and a half right there. So that is a lot of time that will be cut off, where I can spend it on doing client work, and I can spend it on doing outreach. So that's kind of my thought process right now, and like it's so nice to like just let it loose here on camera. Then I also remember it, and I can just put it away from my thoughts. So yeah, like I will post daily on this channel, as long as I'm not on a vacation or trip or stuff like that. So this is just basically to document my thoughts, my journey, everything. That's why it's called the Unfiltered channel. So right now, today, the thing that we are going to do is that I will just finish up reading, or try to finish up reading the Traffic Secrets book, because that's just a thing that needs to stop like being in the back of my head. And yeah, that just needs to go away. Then I'm going to prepare for a YouTube video for a client. I'm going to script that YouTube video for a client. I'm going to go out on my walk and do my psycho-cybernetics exercises. Then I will be preparing for my own YouTube video. It will probably take a bit, and then I'll go live with that YouTube video, or these 2 YouTube videos. And then tomorrow I'll probably edit them, and do outreach. And do that again Friday, do that again Saturday, and Sunday we will work on my own business. Like what are the funnels that we're going to create for, like the thing that I've decided now is like I'm going for this puddle. I'm going for the VSL puddle. And I'm going to be a master video sales letter writer, and being obsessed with that craft. Like I'm being a specialist here. And then I can always expand to webinars, I can expand to general one-to-many selling and building funnels and all that stuff. So we're going to build, going to get clear on my frameworks, my stories that I'm going to tell. We're going to get clear on the funnels that I'm going to create. We're going to get clear on the money models that we're going to use. We're going to get clear on what offers these, like my target market wants. We're going to get clear on my target market and our messaging, and tons of things there, and sit there and analyze VSLs like it was Netflix. So really obsess over this, because when it's a one-man show, like my theory has always been like people want an expert, and that's where you can charge premium prices instead of selling big bundles. So outwards, we will have a lead magnet or attraction offer, and then we'll have a core offer about writing VSLs only, and then we'll see like if we have a pretty good client, then we'll see how can we improve their funnel and their offers as well, because we are moving with this triangle: the market, offer, and messaging. So again, how can we build sequences of VSLs? Maybe they need a low ticket offer in the beginning, then we can move them up to a product launch funnel where we have multiple VSLs. So that is my theory here, and we just have to find out what people want and to keep sure that we are only working with the experts, because that's the thing that I want. That's where like we want to work with the affluent people and solve rich people's problems, instead of like I'll just spread myself too thin if I need to build funnels and constantly, like everything, writing emails and scripting ads and stuff like that. So the plan right now is like I'm going to also use in my DMs, going to use the like social proof that I have. I'm going to also dig my well from my Dream 100, like giving more than I take to my Dream 100. So like I can get traffic to my channels, I can do all these things and building a network in this. So yeah, and we're going to do the unscalable. That means probably lumpy mail. We're going to do handwritten letters. We're going to go the extra mile for my Dream 100 here. And then again, like we're running the first 5 VSLs will be free, just again to test the processes and see what people likes and how we can build better offers. And we can get testimonials for these 5 people, and then we will start to build our funnel, everything around that. It's funny like how first like this thing, like being uninformed optimism, like I was building my business and I was living on this like euphoria and like I was living on a rainbow. And then it came down, like the VSL that I posted didn't perform as I thought, and like, oh, like persistence, and then you just want to numb yourself and don't really think about it, put it away, and now it's starting to go up again. And I haven't been more driven, like I need to find out how to make money. Like I cannot be just staying here at my parents' house forever. So that's the thing right here. But again, instead of just focusing on how can I make money, like you can have everything that you want if you just help someone else get what they want. So that's what Zig Ziglar said. You can get it again. You can get everything that you want if you help other people get what they want. So that's basically serving them, and then money will be the byproduct. So yeah. That's been a ramble here. Let's get to work. Again, book, client work, getting ready for this YouTube thing. I really have to figure this thing out, how I do this, because it will save me so much time. So like my thoughts right now are that I'll just focus on YouTube, like make it a good YouTube video or 2 YouTube videos in one stream. And then 1 or 2 good YouTube videos in one stream, and then I will clip it to make it out for 2 YouTube videos, and then I'll see if this is good enough quality for Reels and short form. If it's not, I will still continue to script my videos. And if it is, like I will just keep improving until it's good enough for short form content, because it needs to be snappy. It needs to reward people, like hook, retain, reward people, the things that I say, and sometimes it can be a bit like long driven, my YouTube videos, because I need something to explain. But again, it's really good that I've figured out like I don't want to script my YouTube videos. I don't want to do this. It is about like making as much time for outreach and like becoming a master at writing video sales letters. And the advice of like puddle, pond, lake, ocean has just been the greatest advice ever. So that being said, I'll go straight to work. Take care. Peace. Bye.